Hey folks, Zach Hubeck with Wave, bringing you another AirWAVs with our good buddies from Baicells. Erik Randall, good morning, sir. How are you today?
I am awesome. Today is a beautiful day outside. I can't complain at all.
I love it. Well, I'm glad we're jamming here together, sir. Today is all about a product you guys call the Neutrino. So, indoor Baicells private LTE. That's wicked awesome, man. Tell us more about the Neutrino and how cool this thing is.
So this little thing is actually quite awesome. So it's the size of a regular Wi-Fi AP, but this is an actual LTE eNodeB. So this would actually be putting out your LTE signal throughout your warehouse, your casino, your hospital, even airports, anything like that. This is a great indoor opportunity to get private LTE going in an indoor space.
All right, I love it. So cool. So private LTE, this thing's running on band 48 and TDD compliant. How is that an advantage for the folks that are using this device, Erik?
So with this being interoperability, that 3GPP standard, right now in band 48, there are over 500 certified devices to be used with this product. So every week, every month, we're seeing more and more devices come out. So anything like a Zebra scanner, any kind of cell phones, all of those that are band 48 can be used across this little eNodeB.
Wow, very cool, man. So one application that comes to mind, just hearing you talk there, you mentioned it, is a warehousing application. So how does this device thrive in that environment, knowing what we know?
So in a warehousing environment, the way the eNodeBs work, especially this one, if you have open spaces, you're talking about 30,000 feet of coverage. So a significant more amount of coverage than your normal Wi-Fi AP. This also provides lower latency because it's the LTE platform.
Awesome. Very cool. So how do you, let's jump over to hospitality or casino environments. You mentioned that a little bit. How do you see this device working in those environments, and what are some of the applications you'd recommend?
With casinos and hospitality, this could be used alongside of the Wi-Fi that's currently there. This could help expand the coverage. It could offload some of that Wi-Fi, and you can even put the more important traffic on your LTE network, allowing Wi-Fi for other uses. An example of that is, say in a casino, you have the money guys running around the casino. That's very important stuff. You need to know at all costs where they're at, what they're doing. You could actually track them and watch them and make sure that they have complete connectivity through the network utilizing eNodeBs like this. So the handoffs would be there, the lower latency would be there, just making sure you have all eyes on this important amount of money.
Very cool. And when I think private LTE and I think, cellular standards, by nature, this is a little bit more secure than your typical Wi-Fi network. Can you talk about that a little bit, Erik?
LTE security is top-notch compared to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is constantly being hacked one generation after another. You're constantly seeing that hacking occur. There are other ways around Wi-Fi that you can protect yourself, but with LTE itself, the built-in SIM authentication allows for a much more secure network than a Wi-Fi network. The only time I've ever heard of or seen an LTE network get hacked was in Mission Impossible, and we know how much stuff is true in that movie.
Awesome. Cool. So, Erik, quick question for you here. Let's talk about the Baicells management platform. The Neutrino is an awesome device for private LTE networks, warehousing, casinos, hospitality, hotels. How do you manage this device? What does the management platform look like?
So the management platform is really simple. You have two different options. You can go with the local GUI inside the eNodeB itself. Really easy to follow along. It is, one of the easiest that I've ever seen. But if you don't want to go that route, if you don't want to do it locally, if you want to manage it remotely, we do have our cloud core with the OMC. That OMC has all the options there to monitor and manage it remotely. The other part of this device, it's, TR069, SNMP, whatever you need to do. You have your own network manager. You can have all of those set from our eNodeB to your network manager.
Very cool. I love it. All right, Erik, Neutrino. If you want people to take away three things from this podcast, what are those three things?
So 3 things to take away from the podcast. One, the Neutrino is really plug and play. Actually, all of our Baicells eNodeBs are all plug and play. Another huge key factor about Baicells and this Neutrino 430 is that it is a 3GPP standard. The interoperability is there with other LTE vendors, so it will work with others. The third thing to take away is it's very, very low capex. You'll need less eNodeBs than Wi-Fi access points. So that's going to allow, one, less infrastructure in the field, less installation cost. All of that allows you for a faster deployment and a cheaper deployment of your network.
Awesome. Folks, this has been a quick podcast with my man, Erik Randall from Baicells. If you love what you've heard, click that subscribe button, please, and make sure you're clicking that bell to receive notifications when Erik and I are going to jam again. Thanks, folks. Erik, you have a great day.
Thank you, Zach. Take care.